We're all about mental health, brain optimization, healthy families, healthy communities, a bright future for our children. So when we have a technology, whether it's ours or Jay Dollywall's, that will 100x the number of people that we can contact and positively impact in as a fraction of the time, we have to get behind that. Hey, this video is about goal setting and gratitude, and I'm going to pull a little bit from one of my mentors, Tony Robbins. I got to work with Tony for 5 years in his business mastery department, and it was a completely game-changing, life-changing, life-enhancing experience. As you can imagine, working around a guy who is one of the top coaches on the planet, probably the most connected man on the planet, and he has helped thousands and thousands, actually millions of individuals, and he certainly helped me. But one of the things that he was really clear about is if we want to get somewhere, we have to know where we're going. And so if you have a pen and paper, this is really worth writing down. Number one, we have to know, what do we want? What do we want? We have to know what it is that we want so that we have a target to aim at. And so what we want is really important, and that can be in health and fitness, it can be in relationship, it can be in money. And so that's something that I am, and Lori and I are going through again this time of year. Is perfect timing, is to establish what do we want? What do we want in our relationship? What do we want in our business? What do we want from our fitness? What kind of relationship do we want to have with our kids? And then we go through the process of, why do we want that? Why do we want that? So the first question is, what do we want? The second question is, why do we want that? And so when I really dive into this, it's the why is the gas. That's the fuel, right? It's the only thing that will get us to, I'll speak for myself, it's what gets me moving in the morning, right? The why I want it. And so when Lori and I were developing the mission statement for Ascend Brain Center, we got really, we spent time in meditation, we spent time in prayer, and we worked on this numerous times until we came out with, we want to improve brain optimization on the planet. We want to improve mental health on the planet, right? So we believe that optimized human beings working together will create healthy communities and a bright future for our children. And we wrote it out that way intentionally, that we know that brain optimization, mental health, we know that the brain operates in everything in the body. We all now know that every bodily function has an equal neural code, right? And so when those neural codes are off, people have depression or anxiety, or they have brain fog, very difficult, or pain, very difficult to vision, a bright, beautiful future when you're in pain, when you have brain fog, right? If you're anxious or you're depressed. And so we know that if we have the opportunity to help optimize a brain, help to turn off fight or flight, get people into a peaceful state in their body, now they have the ability to dream again. They have the ability to vision a future for themselves that is bright, because we can have anything that we set our vision to and we feel about, right? That's what Jay is talking about in his Awaken Abundance course. But that's the real important aspect, is what do we want? Why do we want it? And then the next aspect of that is, how are we going to get it? How are we going to get it? That's the strategy. Tony calls it the strategy. And in this world that we're living in with the super patch, we have the certain things that we can do on a daily basis. We can reach out to folks. It can be as simple as, hey, I just was shown a really cool technology. I've got a short little video. If I send it to you, will you watch it? Yeah, it's less than 2 minutes. Yeah, I got 2 minutes. Great. I'm going to text it over to you now. Text them that video, have them watch the video. Hey, call me back as soon as you wrap the video, and I'll just tell you a little bit about what this is and what it's doing for people. Cool. And when they call back, then you can start sharing the stories. We're all about mental health, brain optimization, healthy families, healthy communities, a bright future for our children. So when we have a technology, whether it's ours or Jay Dollywall's, that will 100x the number of people that we can contact and positively impact in as a fraction of the time, we have to get behind that. So, right? So that's our intention, that's our passion. What do we want? Why do we want it? Now, how are we going to get it? We're going to contact folks. Hey, I just found something that's really exciting. Would you watch a video if I send it to you? It's only 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll watch that video. Send them the little white video and give them the opportunity to see a little bit about what this is. And then when they call you back or you call them, hey, did you watch the video? Yeah, cool. Hey, let's touch base. I want to share with you what we found. This is what we found. And what I found in this industry, this business, in life in general, is facts tell, but stories sell. And so sharing Lori's and my story, or some people that you know in this Super Patch company who have life-changing stories, like Irene. She shook rather violently until she put the patch on, and then she immediately was peaceful and calm. And over 18-month time frame, her brain images, her brain scan showed that her brain was healing itself, rewiring itself. Amazing story. Hey, I've got these friends, Troy and Lori Olds. They're in Boise, Idaho. They own Ascend Brain Center, and they work with athletes and CEOs to help optimize their brain. And they also work with individuals who've got traumatic brain injury and anxiety and depression. And they found a technology that is helping 100 times more people, 100 times faster, and it's really cool. You want to see it, right? Or once they've seen the video, put them on the phone with us. Put them on the phone with Dana and Mike Lombardi. Put them on the phone with your upline in this program and really understand, again, facts tell, stories sell. Tell some stories. Hey, you know what? I've dealt with chronic pain, and it was really challenging. I had no idea how much energy it was burning off and how much focus I was putting on my pain instead of my family. And a friend brought over this freedom patch and my pain went away. That's how it happened. That's a story, right? We had this client, true story, went through 20 sessions of neurofeedback. 20 sessions. That's several $1,000s in several weeks of this person's life. And his chronic, almost debilitating anxiety was relieved. He got a lot of relief. This is a true story here at Ascend Brain Center. And after we got involved with the Super Patch, we had him come to our house for an open house. And Lori put a peace patch on his back, and he touched his heart, and he started crying. He said, like, I've never felt so peaceful in my life. That's a story. How many people do we know that are dealing with chronic anxiety, chronic depression, some brain fog, some pain? Just those categories right there is pretty much everybody we know. Then we throw in sleep issues, man. So we've got these we have the ability to impact positively so many people, and they just won't know about it unless we touch base with them, we talk to them. And so that is how are we going to do it, right? For our goals, our vision, I want to help these people. I want to have this type of an experience. This is why I want to have this kind of an experience. It feels good to help people. It feels good to earn some extra money, right? And so that is the strategy. We reach out and we connect with people, right? Again, share the stories. That's the thing that I've found for myself is if I just know what to say to somebody for that door opener, so that they can have the opportunity to experience this for themselves, it's really important. And so that's what this is really about, is what do we want? Why do we want it? How are we going to get it? And what does this really mean for the planet? You know, I think everybody, hopefully, who's watching this video, if you don't believe in the technology, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So obviously, we've had our own experiences, and we've witnessed amazing experiences that other people have had with this technology. So our belief level is through the roof, and people are begging for these types of solutions. And I won't go into all my own personal family's history of mental health, of back surgeries gone sideways, and opiate, the challenges that have gone along with living in today's society. Like, our family is fraught with it, maybe like yours. And so what I've got to remind myself is, and I really dealt with this a lot in my history, which is being concerned about what people thought of me versus what this can do for them, right? That is a big thing, right? When we really just remove that concern of being accepted or liked, right? We're going to be kind. If we're showing up honest, humble, and kind from the right heart space, people are open, right? And so we've got to be able to be courageous enough to pick up that phone and say, hey, I found something that has really helped our family. I've got a short little video. Would you watch that if I send it to you? Great, thank you. And will you just call me back when you're done, and we'll chat about it. We'll chat about what this technology is doing for the people around me and my family. That's simple. But we've got to really get out of that space of the fear, like being accepted by people, right? People accept you only if you accept yourself, right? So I'm good, and they need this. So we are the bringers of good news, so to speak. And so that's what I encourage you to do, is we get very clear about what it is that you want. Get really clear about why it is that you're doing it, right? And then you know the strategy, and then get into a space where you can mentally rehearse in a joyful state what it's going to look like when you pick up that phone and your hearts are connected with the individual on the other side of on the other line, and you say, hey, I was just shown a really cool technology, and I've got a short little video. It's less than 2 minutes. Can I send it to you? Can I text it to you? Will you watch it? When you watch it, will you call me back? Everyone's got 2 minutes. Everyone's got 2 minutes. And that's the perfect door opener.